Today in lab, we will be separating a mixture of 3 solids: silicon dioxide, sodium chloride, and calcium carbonate, also known as sand, salt, and chalk.
Sophie, how are you going to get these tiny grains separated?
We will use differences in physical properties, Jenny, like one of the solids will dissolve in water.
Then we can filter it with water from the other solids.
We will also use chemical properties like one of the solids reacts with acid.
So each of the solids has different chemical and physical properties that allow us to get them apart from each other.
Exactly. And once we have them separated, we can calculate the percent of each solid in the original mixture.
Where do we start?
Take out the evaporating dish, the 100 milliliter, 150 milliliter, and 250 milliliter beakers. The 250 milliliter beaker is used as a hot water bath.
Adjust the ring stand, making sure to leave room on the hot plate for other beakers. The ring clamp will stabilize the hot water bath. See the How to Handle Hot Glassware video for more detail.
The 150 milliliter beaker is labeled 1. The 100 milliliter beaker is labeled 2 and your initials.
Do we mark the evaporating dish?
No, but we need to measure the mass of each of these empty containers.
If you need more information, see the How to Use the Digital Balance video. Your lab instructor will assign you an unknown mixture.
Place beaker 1 on the tiered balance and mark the mass on your data sheet. Repeat with the other glassware. Use the same balance for all masses in lab today.
Add around 3 grams of unknown to beaker 1.
Record the mass of beaker 1 plus the mixture. As always, record all decimal places. Add 50 milliliters of DI water to beaker 1. If you need a reminder of how to measure with the graduated cylinder, check out the How to Read Graduated Glassware video. Now stir the mixture with the water for 10 minutes.
While I'm stirring, Sophie, can you set up the gravity filtration apparatus?
If you need more information on this, check out the How to Set Up Gravity Filtration video.
I'm done stirring, so now we're ready to filter.
Beaker 2 goes under the funnel.
Start by pouring just the supernatant liquid, the solution on top, into the filter paper. That way the solid doesn't slow down the filtering process. Use a rubber policeman to scrape the solid into the filter paper.
Then use a little water to wash the rest of the solid in.
Now that all the filtrate has passed through the filter paper, we can boil off the water to recover the solid salt.
Wash beaker 1 to use in part 3. Keep an eye on this beaker as it boils down. When there is around 1 milliliter of solution left in the beaker, you may see solids start to crystallize on the sides. The beaker is then moved to the oven to finish drying. While beaker 2 is boiling, we move on to recover the next solid.
Remove the filter paper into the evaporating dish.
About 5 milliliters of water is used to wash the solid into the dish.
The filter paper can be thrown away when finished.
We let the evaporating dish sit so the solid could settle to the bottom.
Decant the liquid off the top. See the How to Decant video for more detailed instruction. Nothing is in this liquid, so it is discarded to the waste beaker.
Now react the 2 remaining solids with 8 milliliters of hydrochloric acid to separate them.
Use caution when handling acids as they are corrosive. Pour slowly to control the rate of the reaction.
Let the solid settle to the bottom of the evaporating dish.
Decant the supernatant liquid into beaker 1.
We want to be sure to wash all the remaining solids, so we add around 5 milliliters of water.
Allow the solid to settle again and decant in beaker 1, adding to the original solution.
Wash an additional 2 times for a total of 3 washes and collect all liquid in beaker 1.
We can now use the water bath to dry the solid in the evaporating dish. Use crucible tongs like a tweezer to move the evaporating dish.
Part 4 will require beaker 1 to be placed on the hot plate. This could mean that you have 3 beakers on the hot plate at once. They should all fit, but you will have to be careful while adding or removing glassware.
A reaction is then carried out in beaker 1 to regenerate the calcium carbonate solid, and gravity filtration is again used to separate the solid from liquid.
You will want the mass of the calcium carbonate, so you should take the clean, dry mass of a new watch glass and a new filter paper.
As you continue with each step of the lab, check back on beaker 2 and the evaporating dish.
When there is around 1 milliliter of liquid left in beaker 2, move it to the oven using beaker tongs. Always hold heat-resistant mat under hot glassware as you move through the lab. It will stay in the oven until completely dry.
When the sand is dry in the evaporating dish, use crucible tongs to move to the heat-resistant mat to cool.
The filter paper with the calcium carbonate is on the watch glass. This can be set on the water bath to dry using crucible tongs.
All glassware will need to cool on a heat-resistant mat before the mass can be measured.
If you can hold your hand close and not feel heat, it is cool enough. This one is ready.
Use the appropriate tongs to transport the glassware to the balance. Watch the How to Handle Hot Glassware video for more detailed information.
Allow beaker 2 and the watch glass to cool before using tongs to take them to the balance for their final mass.
When finished, all solid waste can be thrown in the trash, and all liquid waste can be poured down the drain. Then everything can be washed.
Don't forget to come to lab on time with your completed pre-lab assignment.
As always, you will need to have completed your pre-lab quiz and be wearing your lab gear in order to be allowed in lab.
Have fun in lab!